Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be covering a couple quick tips for you on auto insurance, home insurance, and umbrella insurance. If you're new, please hit the little subscribe button and the notification bell if you want more videos on financial education and also mindset. I'm Bart Mazer. I appreciate you guys stopping by, so let's get into today's video. So today we're going to be continuing on in our series of building your financial house and in the roof with the home and auto and umbrella insurance. If you haven't seen the other videos, I'm going to link the playlist up above or down in the comments below, so that way you can get a full understanding of everything that we're talking about and you can catch up. Auto, home, and umbrella insurance. What's the deal? Let's start off by talking about the auto insurance. Okay, so with auto insurance, there's a couple main things to understand. You have your liability coverage and you have your uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. So the liability coverage is if you actually cause the accident. The uninsured and underinsured motor insurance is if somebody hits you and they don't have the proper coverage. So now there's two sets of numbers to consider. You may have heard your insurance agent say like 20,000, 40,000, or 100,000, 300,000. The first set of numbers, let's just use the 100, 300. The 100,000 talks about per person in an accident. The second number, the 300,000, is the total for the entire accident. So if there's, say, 3 people in the car, each person would be covered for up to 100,000. If there's 4 people in the car, it maxes out at that 300,000 mark. So just be aware of that. So how do you determine how much coverage you actually need? Well, one of the things to consider is your assets. How much assets you have. If you have a huge net worth, you may want to have way more coverage than if you live in an apartment and you don't have as many assets. So one of the things to consider is, let's just use the example of the state minimums, which is in my state, I live out in Connecticut, is 20,000 and 40,000 is the state minimums. So if you get into an accident, you're only covered to up to 40,000 total for that accident. You want to make sure that if that's the case, you don't have more than 40,000 in assets. So that's just a kind of an example. I would recommend never getting the state minimums unless if you absolutely can't afford it, but definitely talk to your insurance agent, whoever that may be, and they'll be able to guide you on the proper amount of coverage you have. Okay, so now we're on to the home insurance. So the home insurance has a couple key points. The first being, you want to obviously talk about the liability and how much coverage you need. Again, you're going to take a look at your assets, how much your home is worth, and all your other assets to make sure that you're properly covered, okay? The second point is you want to check your home insurance on an annual basis, and the reason for this is because home insurance actually creeps up based off of inflation. So you want to make sure that when you check your policy, you have the correct amount of coverage and you're not overpaying for stuff you don't need. So just review it annually and your insurance agent will help you determine if you need the increase or you don't. And another thing to consider with your home insurance policy is you want to make sure that specialty items like jewelry, collectibles, artwork are all listed separately on your policy, and you're not counting on your general policy to cover them. So make sure that if you have a lot of those things that you list them specifically on your policy. Again, your insurance agent will help you with that, but you want to make sure that those things are covered and listed specifically. So here's a little quick side note with your homeowner's insurance. A lot of people don't realize this, but your credit score is so important when it comes to the premiums that you pay. It's so possible that 2 people that are exactly buying the same house on the same street could have 2 completely different credit scores. One may be above a 750, the other's below 600, and they're going to pay completely different premiums for the same property. So you want to make sure that you're keeping your credit score high and you're really looking into making sure that that's going to be solid for you, because it does affect your insurance premiums in that case. Okay, so before we get into the next part on the umbrella insurance, I just want to take a quick second to thank my buddy Joe Fink. He was the one that helped me put some of these points together. I'm not an expert in home and auto insurance, so Joe, thanks buddy. And he also had a little request that if you've seen my last video, I think it was the life insurance video, that we had a puppy montage. So Joe, for you, we're gonna throw in a couple puppies for you. Okay, so now we're back from the little puppy break. Let's talk about the umbrella insurance. So the umbrella insurance is, the purpose of it is for if you get sued above and beyond the coverage that your auto insurance and home insurance covers. Okay, so it really just fills in the gap. It's typically sold in increments of $1 million, and most companies won't actually sell it unless if you have the $250,000 and $500,000 liability coverages. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at that umbrella policy. Typically for an umbrella policy, you're gonna wanna have pretty high net worth. Also, if you're a six-figure earner or you're a landlord, it's definitely a good idea to have that extra coverage in place so that way if you do get sued, they're not gonna be able to garnish your wages or take your assets. So that's a little bit on the umbrella. It's just really what an umbrella is. It's all encompassing and it covers those gaps. All right, that pretty much wraps it up for today. I hope you guys got some valuable information from me. And if you haven't already, please hit that like button, smash it, hit it, tickle it, whatever you guys do to it. Subscribe so you guys can get more videos on the education that we put out. Also, please leave a comment in the comment below as to what you guys want to hear more about. So thank you again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.